Hey everyone, Shadow Rockets here, and on this episode of A Campaign Breakdown, we are looking at the second missions cutscenes. Now remember, I'm not going to do the chatter in between the cutscenes because I don't think it's generally as important. I mean, yes, it builds the story, but really the cutscenes can tell a lot about the story. So this time we find ourselves starting with the original protagonist, Master Chief, looking at the back of his helmet, where Cortana's chip used to be stored. Other Gen 2 Spartans are shown right afterwards. These are Chief's friends growing up. Obviously, the UNSC has pressed Chief really hard since the Prometheans first attacked, and since Cortana was lost. But anyways, friends, let's get right into it with the first clip.
I haven't seen Chief press himself like this since we were in boot camp.
He's fine, Fred.
This many missions non-stop isn't fun.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Blue team has located Argent Moon. Signs of hostile activity, but she's still here.
Copy that, 117. Eliminate all hostiles. Secure Argent Moon. You may deploy when ready.
Affirmative, Infinity. 117 out.
Here you go.
Thanks, Kelly. Everyone ready?
Affirmative.
You good?
Blue team, fall out.
The Envoy are resisting. Throw the Envoy out the airlock.
So, if I'm not mistaken, if I didn't miss the tally, that was probably the most badass entrance in any Halo game ever made. Who has broken through a glass in space while thruster packing, and then didn't even engage the enemy, just locked in the thruster pack, and the enemies just sort out the window? I mean, not a bullet fired, but I'm pretty sure there was at least 4 kills. That is a solid overkill. Anywho, we don't know much about the ship they're boarding, though we do later find out it is an Oni research shuttle. I think they're researching some stealth technologies, but after a generic long stretch of fighting and relatively useful chatter from other Spartans, we find ourselves running along a bridge that we can actually use to skip a small cutscene where a hunter comes out and Chief is essentially just gets a solid bump on the head, though we do see some quite familiar faces and a rather important character to the story. Here it is.
Central control is through those doors. Blue team, report. Sierra 117 to Blue team, report. Sierra 117, does anyone copy?
Chief. The domain is open. Meridian is next.
Cortana?
John, the reclamation is about to begin.
Chief, what's wrong?
She's on Meridian.
Who?
Cortana.
Does anyone think it a bit odd that this super strong, brute-stomping war hero sees things not only in the real world, referencing Halo 3, but also when he's passed out, reaching for a chip that's not even really there? I probably would not have this person on the front lines. He's crazy. Either way, Chief sees Cortana, as well as a massive structure rising from the depths, and Cortana states the reclamation is at hand. So, what is this reclamation that she's talking about, as there have been multiple in the Haloverse? To the Covenant, this was the beginning of the search for the Halos when the Minister of Fortitude became the Prophet of Truth and declared war on humanity. However, that was the 9th age of reclamation, and I guess this is the 10th. So the Didact in Halo 4 says the age of reclamation has begun, and we are helpless to stop it, referring to humans and how bad they are, even though the Prometheans aren't so great themselves. Moving past the morals of ancient beings, this reclamation, I feel, is still referring to the reclamation of humans. However, Cortana's methods, we find later, are mediocre at best and downright genocide at worst. Probably, on average, genocide, actually. Either way, after deciding to nuke the expensive research vessel that probably somewhere in the hundreds died for, Chief and the rest of Blue Team decide to go against orders and seek out Cortana for themselves.
Clear.
Time, Linda.
89 seconds.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Argent Moon scuttled. I've reassigned Blue Team. Destination Meridian. Potential contact from Cortana.
Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
What the hell?
You're to return to Infinity immediately.
Negative, Infinity. I don't like it.
Whoever they are, let's get to Meridian before they do.
Kelly, no.
No need to do this by yourself, Chief.
They won't court-martial all of us, right?
So friends, the race begins, even though it doesn't make much sense for Chief to tell his friends they can't come along. Not sure how many other rides are actually left in a ship that you just began the nuking process of. Either way, friends, if you like this storyline, if you like this commentary, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Shadow Rockets out.